Now that is actually still hot this morning. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas, and today we are taking a peek at Supreme Week 12 of Fall/Winter 2025. We're going to go over to supremecommunity.com. I'm going to take a look through the entire drop list, tell you guys what I think the best items for resale are, the sleeper items of the week, and everything in between. So if you love staying up to date on Supreme, Palace, and other related streetwear and sneaker content, then be sure to hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the noti bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. We did also talk about this on stream yesterday, which was a lot of fun because the drop list came out on a freaking Monday, and that is too much for even your boy to contend with. And speaking of streaming, you know we're going live this Thursday, 1 hour before the drop, to strategize, shoot the shit, and then likely go for a live cop. That's just how we go. So stay tuned for that. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, here's the full drop list by Supreme Drops, and of course, we don't have the prices quite yet. Not sure why we got the drop list without the prices, but we're gonna estimate most things. So I can still play the game of guessing what things are gonna cost, but traditionally, guys, Supreme items are pretty close. So I'm gonna be within $20 to like $50 at the most. But if we do get prices before too late, I will put them on screen. I post the full drop list with prices on my community tab straight from Drops' Twitter as soon as he posts it. So stay tuned for that. There's really only one piece that I think is going to be super expensive this week. Okay, now we are on supremecommunity.com. You can see the drop list. Everyone is voting on it. I've already voted on a lot of these items. And let's start at the very bottom with the Antihero work pants. If you haven't seen my full Antihero video, I'll put it somewhere here on screen, where we talk about everything dropping from Antihero. I talk about all these items in further detail, but looking at these work pants, I really don't see anything wrong with them, except for the fact that they just have one simple embroidery. You might think that's a bit boring for a skateboarding collaboration work pant. Well, Antihero collabs in the past from Supreme have always been relatively simple. They've had some fun designs. We've had the graphic tees, and I do wish we had something on the back pockets here, maybe a Supreme Antihero logo on the belt line. You get a pocket there on the middle part of the leg, but that's essentially it. And I get it. I don't like it either. I wouldn't buy it. My best guess on retail would be $158 on these guys, but we'll wait and see. And Toy Machine pants were $138. So maybe Antihero will surprise us and be $138 as well. The quilted lined hooded velvet shirt is next, which features all cotton velvet with fill and quilted taffeta lining, on-seam hand pockets at the lower front, utility pockets at your chest, and a brushback fleece hood. I'm not huge on this design. I do like the colorways. I think the tiger is sick and could be a potential sleeper item way down the road. I don't think anytime soon though. Some people in chat were digging the teal colorway during my stream, and I totally get it. We got the Supreme Carhartt work logo on the left pocket there. Some nice button-ups, look pretty decent. I think the contentious part is going to be this sewn-in hood for a lot of y'all. It doesn't really go with the blue, especially this gray and teal, bit of clashing. You can say the black doesn't have that problem. It's black on black. And I'd say the tiger is less jarring when it comes to that contrast because the black tiger stripes are already dark, so the black hood kind of blends in. Something like this will be high 100s, not quite 200. I'm gonna go 178 for the velvet material, but we'll see. All right, the Ozzy hockey jersey is next from Antihero, and I can't believe this is actually downvoted so far. Maybe people don't love the colorways, but I don't want to hear anything about the screen print, folks. Supreme Antihero collabs have always featured screen prints on their jerseys, so it's a continuation of that. We got the Antihero logo covering up the bat. We got the Supreme blood dripping out from Ozzy's mouth. Very cool design. The wings poking out of the picture on this one, which is different than the one on the t-shirt we'll get to later. Slightly different design. I think the jersey is sick, and part of me wants to go for this for like a flip and a review in probably the black colorway, but the green is interesting too. Antihero 18 Supreme, AK-47 schooled me on the 18. Very simple. A is the first letter of the alphabet. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, and Supreme is Supreme, right? Here it is in green. Now, could we have featured some patches? Yes, absolutely. We do technically have this stitched patch down here. It's not no embroidered, but they did take a sewing machine and put that sucker in there. You know, that's what sewing machines sound like. If you never used one, it shows. But I actually kind of like the green one as well. I don't know, maybe it looks a bit better in some ways in terms of pop, but at the end of the day, it's up to personal preference. Retail price, I'm kind of feeling lower on this with the screen print. My guess would be somewhere between $118 and 135. Hopefully it's on the lower end of that spectrum, but it's definitely not going to be 98 bucks. I just do not see that happening at all. Especially with Ozzy Osbourne having his likeness in there, they need to pay a licensing fee. Antihero collaboration, my guess would be 138. But maybe they surprise us. The small box sweatpants are up next. These are a pretty classic Supreme item. We get them every single season. You got the fancy colorway here, which is the only one worth going for if you're thinking about reselling. Everything else, you really can't be sure. Brown, it's a color. Light teal, yeah, black. Some of these can sell later on down the road on StockX, but we see it literally every season. So the only one that's going to be worth going for is this green camo with the unique pattern. You've been seeing this all over this season. You guys know my thoughts on it. I'm a big fan. I copped the cargo pants, so of course I'm not copying these. That would be overly redundant. And while I would like some Supreme sweatpants, for me, it's such a basic piece that it's not worth paying the $148. 158, whatever they are. Just too expensive for a simple item. All right, the next anti-hero item is this fleece jacket. You can see the all over print. You got a mountain in the background looking like a Bob Ross. Happy little Mystic Mountain there. You love to see it. Then you got the Supreme anti-hero logo repeating all over. What I think is really cool about this collab, guys, if you noticed, every time they've collabed, they've done a slightly different anti-hero logo. They've kept the eagle, but they made minor changes to it. For the first collab, it was just the regular one. Second collab had the red box logo in its mouth. Third collab, it had the rebar. And on this one, they changed out the word skateboarding for Supreme in the banner. So hell yeah. And Drops also posted a picture of this piece and looks like it could be a reference to a 2006 fleece. I'm not 100%. What do you guys think about that? I think it could potentially be, but I'm not sure. Next item, the short sleeve pocket tee. Nothing fancy here. You got a classic pocket on the front of your t-shirt in a bunch of different colors. This one's the brown. You can see it's got the classic logo with the Supreme accent there. The fancy colorway is digital camo. That's the one I would go for, but cop it if you like it. It'll be about 60 bucks for a t-shirt. Yes, all cotton slub jersey, I know. Next anti-hero item is the stadium jacket. This boy is gonna be pricey. I think in chat, we were all saying $328 up to $398. It's gonna be in that range. I think $328 is wishful thinking, but it could be that low. It could. Big ass embroidery on the back, eagle spreading its wings, anti-Supreme hero, carrying on that new rendition of the logo. You got Supreme in the triangle with the S, looking like a downhill skiing type of vibe. 18 for anti-hero, and then the same embroidery there. Been calling this the America spec, the New York Rangers, any sports team with blue, white, and red. I like the black colorway a lot more. I think it just works and is a lot more easily worn. I think the yellow and black just also pop very well. Which colorway do you guys think is better? I'm giving this stadium jacket an upvote. Looks pretty warm as well. And it's going to be a lot more affordable than the Gore-Tex that we're going to get to later on in the video. You guys are enjoying, remember to hit like. It really helps out the channel. And comment down below. Seriously, what are you guys going for? Let me freaking know. I need to know. Otherwise, I'll have no clue. Like this Ozzy Osbourne skateboard. Look at this thing. On the top, you got this pink dyed wood. Dipped and dyed. With the Anti-Hero Supreme logo on top. Are you going to see that logo once you put grip tape on your board? You're not. But not many people that buy this board are actually going to skate it. Realistically. And yes, we're still working on the Margiela board. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming out when I stop being lazy. We do got the 5 times repeating logo of Ozzy eating the anti-hero logo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe this is a reference to the first collaboration where the coach's jacket had 5 anti-hero logos on the front of it. Could just also be a coincidence, but there are a lot of callbacks in this collaboration. We found that out on stream yesterday, and that was an absolute blast going through all the previous anti-hero stuff. So check out that stream again if you guys haven't seen the previous anti-hero collabs. I know a lot of you have not, but my thoughts on the Ozzy skateboard are, it's pretty sick. It's going to be about 78 bucks, and I think will actually be worth some money, maybe about 100 bucks to 120. Might take a while for this thing to really appreciate. Skateboards are weird, and I do feel like there is a like $200 ceiling on regular decks. You don't typically see them go for much more than that. Next up, the Anti-Hero Supreme New Era hat featuring this big graphic on the back, embroidered, stitched, whatever you want to call it. It's a big giant eagle on the back with Anti-Supreme Hero, world famous underneath. On the side, you get the New Era logo and absolutely nothing on the back, or the front of the hat rather, because this hat is meant to be worn backwards. That's fairly obvious. Wear it to the side, wear it forwards if you want. but I think that's not the move, personally. And my estimate is this hat's going to be $68, but I could be surprised. Reflective long sleeve top. In the front, you got Sup, my first name, some say. It's not, but some of you said that. Reflecting, pretty cool. 3M flash, could be a decent layering piece. And I'd say it looks pretty good. It's big, giant letters, but the front says Sup, the back says Ream. You guys went there on stream. It wasn't me. Chat was wilding out. They said, oh, hell no, I'm not putting that shit on my back. Hell no. So that's, a dealer's choice with this one. Dealer's choice with this one. Retail estimate, 110, something like that, 98. We'll see. Oh boy, the Gore-Tex Zip Pocket Cam Cap, man. They say it's waterproof and breathable. Who's to say? It's Gore-Tex. This hat will be a little too expensive. Who needs a pocket on the side of their hat? It is kind of funny. And the box logo doesn't look bad. I'll give it that. Real tree as well. This one might be a perfect storm. I don't know. The green box logo is not bad either. Pink is okay. Black. There's better Supreme hats out there. I wouldn't buy it unless you're really wanting to put something in your hat and be waterproof. The Ozzy T-shirt is next, folks. Antihero Ozzy T, the cheap boy special. You don't want to spend a lot of money. You still want to spend 50 or so bucks on a shirt. Well, here you go. Same design as the hockey jersey, but there is more of the graphic. It's slightly different. The wings aren't popping out like they were on the hockey jersey. And we also see an Antihero Supreme graphic on your kidney rib cage area on the backside, which is a reference to the short sleeve shirt that came out, I believe, in the first collaboration with Antihero and Supreme. It could also have been the second one. I'm not quite sure, but these are all the colorways. Looking pretty nice. I would say the best one is really up to you. In terms of resale, can't go wrong with black. But if I had to pick a color, maybe it's green because it's the first on the list. I don't know. Take your pick. Next up, these small box zip-up hooded sweatshirt. Should have talked about these earlier with the sweatpants, but they are essentially the same thing. Matching colorways. You zip it up. You got a tiny Supreme applique logo there. Very sleeper, inconspicuous. You're buying this for the fit. You're buying it for the colorway. And these do have a price of $158, which is awesome. We could assume the sweatpants are going to be $148. So far, have we had a sleeper item of the week? Not quite. Let's keep moving on. Got the racing panel beanie next. This thing is all right. You can see the back on the black colorway does feature that Supreme small logo. Looks like it is stitched or embroidered. And you got this Supreme oval logo with an S inside and some stripes. I don't really get the racing appeal to it. It is one of those skull caps, so it's going to be a more tight fitting beanie. If I had to guess, my cranium and my hair, these just never look that good, so I never go for them. I'm not also just a big beanie guy in general. Of course, you got the real tree camo. Are you tired of it yet? I'm tired of it. I like it on occasion, but when it's every week, it's a bit played out. And you got real tree branding on the branch there, so you know it's real. Hopefully this thing's like 40 bucks, not too expensive. And for our literal sleeper item of the week, we have the Supreme Soul Escape insulated blanket, water resistant, compressible Tyvek blanket with PrimaLoft insulation, heat reflective, interior coating, and printed logo pattern, 56 inches by 72 inches, available in orange. It's a blanket, so you can quite literally sleep with the sleeper item of the week. I was not impressed by this at all. It's extremely lazy from Supreme to just put the logo in between the regular print on the blanket. Like, they didn't even bother to change the color. This is the exact same color that you can buy from Soul Escape, from Walmart, Amazon, anywhere else. I'll show you guys. Here it is on Amazon, and I guess it stands for Survive Outdoors Longer. Not Soul as in the name of our son. Reflects up to 70% of body heat. I mean, it's a good blanket. You can read all the stats here. It looks good, but look how exactly the same it is. Soul, you got even the arrows are the same. It's the same orange color. In my opinion, if you really want this blanket, buy it from Amazon, buy it from Walmart. I know we love buying shit with Supreme logos on it. And if you want this for your hypebeast bedroom, knock yourself out. But they're going to be taxing it. It ain't going to be $150. It'll be $168 or more for a blanket. I think for most people, that's pushing it. Top 5 items of the week. It's time to lock in with the Antihero sweater. I think this piece is going to have some pretty decent resale on it. The eagle is super iconic in the skateboarding world for all the Antihero old heads and new heads, I suppose. I mean, Supreme has carried them for a long time. This is their 4th or 5th time collaborating. It's the 4th actual full-on capsule, but they might have done some stuff in season before, not a full-on, like, huge collab with multiple pieces, but I like this sweater quite a bit. It would have been nice to see the original Supreme Antihero logo with the half Supreme being pasted over the Antihero logo, but that's all right. Eagle is sick, and I love the fact you can see the wings on the front of the sweater. So that is cool. Oh, my guess on retail is going to be $178 to $188. The Eagle long sleeve tee is next, and you got, the same 3 logo, once on the back, twice on each of the sleeves. Well, once per sleeve, you know what I mean? At first, I thought maybe this was 4 logos, like 2 on the sleeves, but it's just 1, I believe. I think they're just showing you the sleeves there. You can see it's folded over itself. So if you were to unfold this, the back side of this sleeve would be just black. You can see here, that's kind of what's going on with the side of the graphic, but pretty cool. Matches the work pants. So if you want to be a matchy guy, you can do that with the black or the blue. No white work pants, but there was a white work pant thing from the collab in 2022. So maybe you're still holding on to that and you can hang out with your humping dog. But pretty nice long sleeve. I think a lot of people dig the simplicity of it. The graphic looks sick, very large hit. I'm giving it an upvote. Let's move on. Number 4 item on Supreme Community is the 2-in-1 Gore-Tex Parket plus reversible 700 fill down liner jacket. Okay, so you're getting 2 jackets for the price of 1. I mean, it's Gore-Tex, so you're getting 2 jackets for the price of 2 jackets, right? Waterproof, breathable, Gore-Tex 2-layer poly shell with tape seams. Shell with full zip closure and hidden snap placket. Snap, flap, hand pockets at lower front, welt zip hand pockets at chest and interior zip pocket. Fixed with the interior elastic shock cord and a removable faux fur trim. So the faux fur is removable, water resistant removable, and a reversible nylon liner jacket with 700 fill down insulated quilted baffles, full zip closure with pouch pocket at lower front, Versailles with hand pockets at lower front. Try to say that 5 times fast. But we were talking on stream and we all came to the conclusion, and I think this is the case, this is going to be $698. Okay, it's Gore-Tex. It's never cheap in the first place, and you're getting a 2-in-1 puffer reversible jacket on the inside. I think it's all real tree. I'm not sure how it works. I would closely monitor the site when you go for this item. If you are going for it, you want that really warm jacket, make sure you're getting the colorway you want. I would be cautious to buy a big real tree puffer right now. I just feel like it might not be as cool in 2 to 3 years. But if you want to rock it for the next year or 2, which most people buy like that, most people don't think more than 2 years out. Knock yourself out. Real tree could be even cooler in 3 years. I don't know. I have no way of knowing. But it does look warm. I'll give them that. Spring branding looks good. Big box logo on the front is nice. It is an embroidered logo as well. Gore-Tex on the sleeve. Here's the interior, reversible. You can see the camo on the inside, black on the outside. Small Supreme logo there. Nice touch. I'm glad they did that. So you can wear it a bunch of different ways with the reversible side. Of course, you have different colors here. So the outer shell jacket, like this is the black colorway. The first one was the real tree. They're not changing colors of the outer shell. I think maybe honestly the interior is black or camo and that's it. And then they're showing us just the quilted jacket with real tree on the outside. There's the back of the pink. Yeah. So I think it's 1 inner jacket only, the colors that change, and then the 3 colorways of the outside of the jacket. Feel like we were on that for a while. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Number 2 item, which I think is so much better than the number 1 item, is the Supreme Anti-Hero Illegal Business Controls America. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Sean from St. Loserville. Illegal, literally, bro. It's an eagle and it's an illegal, okay? And the business controls America. Classic, iconic Supreme design that dates all the way back from 2005. Talked about it on my video yesterday. You got the stockbroker who was arrested wearing a Supreme box logo shirt in 2003. But this time he's saying some funny stuff. He says, hey, I just thought of something funny. What's that? Your mama. Got him. In terms of colorways, I think the gray looks nice. It's just chill, inconspicuous, wearable. You got yellow, which is making its impact and being the new hype colorway, potentially. We'll see. I might be going for this, guys. I don't know. I wasn't going to cop anything this week, but it's such an iconic design. I feel like I can't really pass up on a IBCA dropping in 2025. That's just my take. Black also looks pretty good too. So I would say I'm stuck between yellow or gray, to be honest. What do y'all think? Estimated price? Ooh, I'm going 158. I'm feeling optimistic. And last but not least, we have the stupid ass belt, bro. I know a lot of you are going for this. Some of you flipping it, some of you are keeping it, some of you wearing it. I think it's dumb as hell, man. It's just the Supreme logo a bunch of times on a belt. The quality, many people have said, is dog. It's bad. It's not good. And despite that, we're gonna eat our slop with the Timmy special. And I guess you gotta keep your pants up, so that's better than nothing. But look at this printing. It looks like it's flaking off already. I'm just not huge on these items they drop every single year. Like, I get it. Hanes collab. You got the Bones thermal, which is a little bit better. but even that might get a bit played out if they keep dropping it for the next 5 years. I'm getting this way with the repeat belt. My guess is they're going to tax by $10, so it was $148 last year. My guess is $158. We'll wait and see. It is a flex item to some people, and all the little Timmies love it, and they've upvoted it to the highest of the high on the drop list, beyond anything that the anti-hero enjoyers could dream of with 380 upvotes. But all that being said, I think the red one's going to sell out. I think it'll resell as well. And you have the special colorway here, which I think looks terrible, and then black, which is somewhere in the middle. There it is, folks, the week 12 drop list for Supreme Fall Winter 25. Pretty light week in terms of total pieces. Feels like it, at least. Even though I was yapping for a goddamn minute, 45 minutes as of the recording. Be a lot shorter on your end. Overall thoughts are pretty good though. This is my second favorite anti-hero collab of all time. Second only to the first one. We got some good items. ICBA, I think, has some pretty solid guaranteed resale. It's an iconic Supreme design. Some other items like the Eagle I think might do well. Sweater, I think you're also cooking with. Ozzy Osbourne stuff is also in the mix for sure. Sleeper item, I jokingly gave it to the blanket. I don't really think there's even a sleeper item, you know? You guys can make an argument in the comments down below. Like the short sleeve pocket tee, maybe. Just doesn't feel like it. The fleece jacket, I guess, if it's so far downvoted, we'll see. It just feels weird giving it to a collab item. I usually give it to a preview item, and I'm just not a fan of any of them. So no sleeper item of the week. Fuck it, the blanket, you know, sleep with it. Literally, sleeper item. Hopefully have the prices out very soon. Stay tuned for the live cop, where I'm likely just gonna go for this IBCA hoodie, kind of call it a day. Maybe proxy an item for Sonic Boom if he's feeling crazy. I don't know, bro. Feel like you might be good on skipping this week, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Leave a like if you did and comment down below what you're going for. And your boy Thomas, and I'm out. See you Thursday.